Thank you.
You had two things on there.
What?
Where you can put drinks.
Yeah, I mean, don't all backpacks have pockets on both sides?
I just saw the one.
All right. Any that a woman will buy because you want it to be utility beneficial. Oh, they're mathing.
Follow them, they know where they're going.
Us too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone gets to go.
All right.
No one else will mind.
I probably need to take off my backpack. Oh, shoulder to shoulder, etc. Great. Okay. Well, someone. Oh, around the walls? They were aligned side by side. Okay. Man, all the things in life that make you want to say no. This is one of them.
I heard that. Tower of Terror.
Don't give me fun.
Yeah.
This is like the elevator when they were building it. Did you see those pictures?
They were stacked in like crackers.
There were more of them than us. That was terrible. And it was an open air elevator.
Oh yeah. No walls.
What's the capacity on this thing?
So good morning, everybody. My name is Tom, and I'm not your tour guide. Your tour guide is going to be Xander. Thank you. His name is Xander. He's in the elevator behind us right now. You'll meet him when you get down to the bottom. All right. Right now, you're dropping down 537 feet into the walls of the Black Canyon.
That's cool.
You're going to start to feel a little pressure soon. That's normal. Pull on your ear, wiggle your jaw, chew on something that you're not supposed to have on tour with you. Always catch somebody.
Yeah, they did. Big time.
They told you about our picture policy, though, while you're down there. You don't have one. You can take as many damn pictures as you like.
Okay.
When these doors open up, Xander's going to lead you down through one of our original access tunnels into one of the original diversion tunnels. He's going to explain the building of the dam. We're going to get back in the elevator and we're going to go up to the power plant. So make sure that you're with your family and friends when we load each time into the elevators. It's really not that many around. 64, that's not bad. That last one had 82.
Ooh. I'm excited.
I see rocks.
I like rocks. This backpack counts as a person. Ooh. Left side, left side. Come on with the shenanigans.
All right, somebody down.
Ooh.
Stick to the left side of the tunnel, please, folks. Thank you. What's the number, Tom? 4. Got it. Thank you.
Ooh. I'm so excited. Clearly don't get out often. It's going underneath the Hoover Dam often.
Probably a good thing you're not 500 feet under.
Yeah, I don't do that alive. Usually, never mind, anyway. It's okay, let's get ready to go down a bad path. Oh my, my. Okay, let's find a spot where I'm tall enough to see. Excuse me, oh, this is a little different on this side than on the other side. The other side is a better view. And you can see all the way down. Excuse me, I'm behind you. I'm just trying to, excuse me, get my peek at the window. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wow. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's cool.
All right, folks. So, I have something to ask of you all really quickly. Please take all of your photos now while I am talking. The time you'll have at each of these stops, this stop and then the power plant, is during the time I'm talking. When I'm done, it'll be time to immediately move along. So if you want to take family photos or selfies, you'll have to ignore me for a little bit. Feel free to, I do not mind at all. Thank you for your cooperation. It is my belief that you all, and many, have come to tour the Hoover Dam, even though it is no longer the tallest dam in the world, rather because of the incredible contrast it has come to represent. The dam was an ambitious construction project during the Great Depression of all times, as you all are probably familiar with. Well, it's brought water to the desert of all places. And here where you're standing, you can see another of these contrasts. We have below us the infrastructure to move the Colorado River through what was once a solid canyon wall. I'm going to use my diagram up front here to explain how all of this has come to be. And you can think of the process of building the Hoover Dam as having occurred in three main parts. First, diverting, moving the Colorado River out of the way in order to make an area to then second build the Hoover Dam. And then third, putting the river back on its original course, flowing in this direction as it always has, so we could fill in Lake Mead behind the dam. So that first step, if you are going to move a river, you really ought to have somewhere in particular for it to go. To that end, we built 4 50-foot wide diversion tunnels like the one you all now stand inside. We then had to get the water flowing through this tunnel. So before we could build the Hoover Dam, we had to build 2 temporary dams, and these were referred to as cofferdams. The upper cofferdam here redirected the Colorado from its original dash line course you can see there into the diversion tunnels around the construction site. The lower cofferdam then served to prevent backflow of water into that same site. And that gives us a nice dry area to get onto our second step, building the Hoover Dam. This process begins by first digging down from the newly dried riverbed to bedrock, a solid foundation for the project. 9 cableways are then used to bring down concrete to that level, and that concrete is poured into wooden forms so that we could assemble the dam bit by bit rather than in one continuous pour. This optimizes the setting process of all of that concrete, and indeed that process takes only around 2 years. Pretty incredible when you consider that the Hoover Dam required 6.6 million tons of the stuff for its completion. Now, with the dam built, we are then ready to get on to filling up Lake Mead. And that process begins down here, removing the lower cofferdam. You can see that pretty obviously this would be in the way of things. Had we not removed it, the solution for that was fairly simple. We move it up. Now the upper one, a lot easier to handle. We left the upper cofferdam there. Lake Mead fills up and over it, so the upper cofferdam is just underwater now. No problem there. Filling Lake Mead begins in earnest by sealing back up the diversion tunnels. This is started by sealing 3 of 4 of them with massive concrete plugs. The 4th one being left open for a time so that some water could flow downriver while the lake was being filled. But once Lake Mead did hit the appropriate height, with the final tunnel was also sealed, leaving the Colorado to flow as it does today. So today, if water is going to get past the Hoover Dam, it is doing so by entering 1 of 4 intake towers, and then from there heading into 1 of 4 penstocks. And you all are standing above a penstock out the window here. So you know in this case, penstock refers to a 30-foot wide pipe. On the diagram, you are there above that particular section of penstock. So you know then that the pipe below you is taking the water you can hear moving through it and eventually shooting that out into the turbines to spin up the generators we are about to go see. You would imagine then could be quite a lot of water there. You'd be correct. All 4 of those penstocks together at full capacity can move through 1 acre-foot of water through our system every second. If you're wondering how much it is, you can imagine an American football field with a foot of water on top of it. That is roughly what we are talking about. Now, let's say we have more than a football field's worth of water coming down the Colorado every second. We have to have a plan for that so that does not result in the disaster of water flowing over top of the Hoover Dam. It's not designed for that. So in order to avoid that, we have 2 spillways. One on the Arizona side, one on the Nevada side. These automatically take on the water that would flow over top of the dam, connect that down to the lower portion of the diversion tunnel below the plug, so that water can then just go safely downriver. Now, fortunately, we have only ever had to use these spillways just 1 time in 1983 to avoid that disaster scenario, as pictured here. So you can see what that looked like then when the water was flowing into the Nevada spillway. And you can also see the high point for that water pictured there, just 7 feet below the top of the dam, but it did not get any higher than that, so hey, the spillways work. And now you know how the Bureau of Reclamation diverted the Colorado River, built the Hoover Dam, and made Lake Mead. And so up next, as promised, I will be bringing us all to the power plant. Please give me a second to get out the door here first, and then you all will be following along. Please, folks, this is important. Right next to who you want to be with for the next elevator ride. Thank you.
Now look at you. It looks like you're picking somebody else. I saw you turn. I saw you turn and look at your options.
You think I'm stupid? No better.
I saw you rethinking your choices.
I see that. I wasn't thinking. I knew where you was.
I feel like I was too short and you just looked over my head. We'll go right after this little family right here. That would be crazy if we got separated for the whole tour.
Who is? How do you know?
A nice breeze. And exciting. Did you touch it? Should we be worried about that?
Stay to your right, please, folks. We need to line up along this canyon wall here. Thank you. Stay to your right, please. We need to be lined up along the wall. And you can leave a walkway here for the next group that will be coming by us. Thank you very much.
What's with the water?
It's coming through the rocks.
Why?
All right.
You better close it up. Seal it
So,
up
folks,
perfectly.
please, just remain where you are. It is going to be
These pipes
just
are
about another
wrapped.
minute for the next cycle.